And then we're going to put on our blush, and then we'll do our eyes last. We're just all over the place. Just all over the place. So let's do, girl, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Well, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't bring a blush. I didn't bring a blush down. Hi guys! Today we are doing a review of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer and Powder. So if you would like to see this review, then keep on watching. Feel free to subscribe while you're at it and hit the notification button. So I'm going to get started by using the Fenty primer. I have a sample of this. And I've actually never used this primer, so this is my first time using it. Apply this all over and a little bit more. I love this primer because it goes on like a moisturizer, but it also controls oil, so it's great for combination skin. Good stuff. Next, I have the Fenty foundation, and this shade is actually way too dark for me. This is 390. This is my undertone, but this is like way too dark, so I'm gonna have to mix it with my Bare Minerals Pro foundation in Cardamom 23. So I'm going to mix these two together just to get a good shade today for the video. I didn't have time to pick up a new Fenty foundation, so we'll work with what we got. Work with what we got. I have my beauty blender here. I'm gonna mix these two together, and I'm actually going to apply this to the outside of my face. That way, if it does get dark, at least it'll be more like a contour. Mirror here. I did try 385, the new one, on my hand, and it's a pretty good match. It's not quite the best undertone for me. So I'm going to play around with some of the other colors. It's all about the undertone I'm having an issue with the Fenty. So far, this is my undertone, but, you know, like I said, it's too dark. And 85, I think, is going to be a good shade for the summer. I mean, 385 for the summer. But for now, we'll work with this so we can get this video up for you guys. Next, I'm going to do the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer, still in a box. Let's get this bad boy out. I chose 350 because I love a good highlight. This is also my first time trying this. So we're gonna apply some here and here. This is kind of like a first impressions in a way. Okay. Everybody and their grandma says that this foundation is creamy as soon as you apply it, and I will have to agree. Very creamy. I love the way it blends. Very nicely blends out really nicely. Because this foundation is a little too dark, I could have even went lighter with the concealer, but it's coming along pretty nicely. One thing I will mention, the consistency of the concealer is different from the foundation. The foundation dries down really quickly, as where the concealer doesn't, and they're actually two different consistencies. So when you're applying the concealer, you will feel a little bit like of tugging in a way, because the foundation has kind of already dried, but the concealer is still kind of moving around. So there's a little friction with that. But so far, it looks good. I will say this is full coverage. Yeah, looks good. Not bad. Make sure we're well blended before I do our powder. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit more concealer under the eyes. Just a tiny, 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 tiny bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Now, I will say I have seen a bunch of review videos already, so I am a little bit behind with this video, but as a result, I picked up some really great techniques on how to apply the Fenty powder. So, with the powder, I picked up the shade Honey. When I went in store, the banana was actually sold out already. So what I'm gonna do, so the honey, I love the honey shade. It's a beautiful yellowish brown, which is up my alley. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply this all over my face, and I'm gonna use another powder under my eyes. So I'm gonna get a big fluffy brush and just apply this all over. It looks amazing. As I'm applying it, it looks amazing. And this is good for people that are oily or get oily skin, like myself. So I did hear it's a little drying under the eyes, so when I get the banana, we can come back to that to be continued. And for now, what we have is we have the It Cosmetics translucent powder, which has a lot of yellow in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this under my eyes. And I will use the Beauty Blender to do this, just so we can see how this concealer works with the baking. We're not gonna do a serious baking, but just, just a light baking. Okay, a little bit more. So far, after baking, I am seeing a little bit of an issue with it not really being blended out very well. So I don't know if that has to do with the powder or how I blended it. So just keep in mind when applying this concealer that it looks amazing when you apply it, and then once you get to the powder, something weird happens. And I'm not even using a Fenty powder to bake it, so something weird is going on. But I've heard that over time that kind of, you know, all meshes together and changes. So we'll let that simmer. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face. Do my eyebrows, you can see that. Do you guys think I should use the Fenty concealer to clean up my brows? Why not, right? All right, so let's get the Fenty concealer. Excuse me. Kind of limited on brushes over here, but we're gonna make it work because I love you guys so much. I really do. You have no idea. So I'm gonna make it work with what I have down here in my YouTube studio. And we're just gonna do what it do. You know what I mean? We're just gonna do what it do. So. Bad at all. Okay, looks good. So we have the Fenty concealer on, we have the Fenty foundation. I did have to mix it with the Bare Minerals Pro until I find my, you know, my right shade in Fenty. We will find it. It's all about the undertone. It's just the undertone I'm having an issue with, not the shade. So we're going to work on that. And if you guys want to comment below on what shade you think I am in Fenty, please feel free. I need the advice. Now we're going to contour. I have my Fenty Beauty sticks here. So we're going to use as much Fenty as we can. So I'm going to contour with my Fenty Beauty sticks. Now, you're probably asking, why the heck are you using these after you just powdered? Well, This is actually a cream to powder formula. So this works really well whether you've powdered or whether you haven't. I really do like these sticks because of that. So you could, you know, if you are, let's say you're a makeup artist and you've already did your client and you put powder on, but you need to go back in with something, you can go back in with these Fenty sticks and they will work beautifully, even though you've already powdered. So, like I said, we could have did this first, but we're doing it last. Why are we doing it last? Just because I am a little bit all over the place with this review. So, but I will show you. I will show you that we can make this work. And one day you will thank me because you will have done a whole full face of makeup and forgot to contour. And you will say, that's right. We can use the Fenty stick to contour over our powder because it's cream to powder. Okay. I'm going to do a tiny... tiny bit more contour, just a little bit. Okay, what else do we have Fenty here? Let's do... I'm going to clean this contour up with some powder. So I'm going to use I have some Inglot powder here. If anybody's wondering, I used to work for Inglot. So you may see a lot of Inglot on my channel because I used to work there. I'm just going to clean up this contour with the powder. Okay. So this completes my Fenty Beauty look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would like to see more videos, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and till next time.